What's up, guys? Thanks for joining us on the bench today. I'm Ben. This is Tyler.
And this is Bench Time. We're just two morons with no degree, no credibility, but we like to sit back and talk some football. So we're going to get into our NFC side of our season predictions, starting with your very own Packers.
Let's do it. All right.
That's just how it happened to start.
Well,
I swear we did not start this at all. This was not predicted. We didn't purposely do this whatsoever.
not a chance. Not a chance. There's no chance that there's any Packers in this room. If the Packers are in this room, can you please let us know? So let's hop right
There's
into
not
it.
even crickets in this room right now.
No.
And they're green. I think. No, that's a grasshopper.
Thought I heard something.
Biology was not fun for me in high school. Anyways, we got you guys at the first seed, winning the division.
Now,
12-5, 5-1 in the division.
and I bet you, I can tell you that one loss is going to come from the Lions. You know, that's to be
I
said.
think we have that. I think they're probably going to split.
And I think the Bears, especially, we've seen how that goes. You know, I'm a little, as a Packers fan, I'll say, we watched the first preseason game today of the Bears, and they did cook. So, more power to them. We'll see how it looks midseason form. Other than that, though,
Better than we did.
yeah, and
Enough of us. That's the AFC side.
yeah, and we definitely with the Vikings and. I don't think we're really too worried about that. It's going to be the Lions. The Lions is who we're going to have to fight here for this division. So, 12-5. I think we have a very tough schedule this year. Just going through it, playing the Texans. We got a lot of tough games. Niners at home, Dolphins. There's a lot of tough
Christmas
games.
Eve. Dolphins.
Christmas Eve. That's gonna be a good game. Gonna see the Cardinals game this year going up to Lambeau, so that's always fun.
Yeah.
Other than that, this team really stepped it up on defense in the offseason. We really got a lot of pieces to help out. Jeff Hafley came in from Boston College. Great defensive coordinator, in my opinion. Used to be the defensive backs coach for the Niners whenever they had Richard Sherman, and they went to the Super Bowl that year. So we know how it ended. But other than that.
You want to play a sorry receiver like Crabtree, you know what you're going to get.
So
I don't know if that was the full quote. I think that was.
I think it was.
Though.
Will you try me with the sorry ass receiver?
Richard Sherman is.
A
beast.
There's a lot of things you could say.
There was multiple beast quakes in Seattle.
Multiple.
They don't talk about the multiple.
We can tell you
earthquakes happening.
Packers can tell you about going into Seattle. We had a tough Monday night football loss a long time ago, and whenever we lost the NFC Championship game after leading at halftime, which.
Let's be real. We're not talking about that Monday night football game. We're not thinking about that one. We're thinking about that championship game.
Yeah.
In Seattle.
Brandon Bostic.
Very good game.
Brandon Bostic, man.
For my side of things, for you were probably
not
such a good game.
Yeah.
But,
definitely a good game for an NFL fan to watch, but for a Packers fan, devastating. But with this new squad, Jordan Love starts us off at quarterback. We got all our wide receivers coming back again for another year. This wide receiver core, I think, is deep. A lot of people are sleeping on these guys. And I think Jordan Love said it best by saying that all of these guys believe that they're the number one wide receiver. And you want to have that mentality through your whole wide receiver line.
Yeah.
I think that's really important.
So when you go back to last year, there was a point in the season you guys were selling. Not selling.
Well, you traded Rasul Douglas.
You were trading. Yeah, you were trading.
We're 2-5.
Jordan Love wasn't playing good.
Mm-hmm.
You guys weren't playing good. I can't remember what the record was exactly.
I think our lowest was 2-5.
This is why we're bench time, because
hell yeah.
We don't have no one in our ear to tell us, hey, their record was no. Anyways,
can. Sorry.
There was a point where no one thought you were contenders, and then bam, that Thanksgiving game against the Lions.
Yeah,
you guys turned it around.
Yep,
and
it was all from there. The man ended up with 20-something touchdowns and one interception throughout that last 8 games of the season.
He was probably the best quarterback in the NFC in that stretch.
On fire,
Not
man.
even probably. He was.
Yeah.
But
with this team, like I said, a lot of good defensive parts. We got Jordan Morgan from Arizona, brought him in, first round pick. he'll probably slide in where John Runyon played at right guard, I would imagine. And other than that, I love this safety pickup with Javon Bullard. I love Evan Williams and Kitten Oladapo as well. Oladipo, either one. I'm so sorry.
Oladapo.
But this defense is going to be good this year, and this offense is going to be just as good, especially with Josh Jacobs. Want to thank Aaron Jones for his service, and want to thank David Bakhtiari as well for his service.
And I want a moment of silence for you guys having the best running back room for 30 minutes.
Thank you.
Moving on. Long segment of the Packers. We all know why.
And they're going to be finished off with the train, because that's exactly how it's going to go. We're going to be a train this year. All right? I don't want to have anyone hopping on late.
But it's okay.
All right? We're hopping on early.
That's what happens when you go
Hopping
back
on
to
early.
back.
Thank you. All right. That's enough with the Packers. A lot of spiels there. So let's go ahead.
A lot of spiel. Anyways, going to the Lions, also going 12-5, but 4-2 in the division, making them obviously not division winners, but still a good team.
Second place.
Very good team here. 5th seed though. That's just how the playoffs go sometimes.
It's just,
but
especially with the battle. I mean, we had them splitting games, the Packers and the Lions. So we had them splitting games, and it really just came down to it was a tough one. It was a tough one to try to make a decision on for this one.
Lions are going to be better than they were obviously last year, because they got a taste of everything last year.
Yeah.
This year, it's go time.
Mm-hmm.
They know what it's all about. I mean,
Exactly.
We have the Lions and Packers in the NFC Championship. Just a good old divisional championship dogfight.
Last time the Packers actually faced a division opponent in a playoff game, I believe, would be the 2010 NFC Championship game, where we played the Bears and then went on to beat the Steelers in the Super Bowl. So, it's going to be a crazy season for this NFC North. I mean, it's going to be a dogfight, I think, and then you'll have the Vikings. But
I think once again, the only thing with the Lions is Jared Goff. I say once again because that was the story last year. But I mean, let's be real. It's Jared Goff.
Right.
I mean, he's a good quarterback, but he's got a lot of guys around him. When he slips up and doesn't have a good game, they do lose that game.
Right. Yeah. I mean, when he plays bad, he plays bad, and there's really not much coming back from it. I agree.
So it's really just on that. Their defense should be playing better.
Yeah.
At least the guys they got. But
Terrion Arnold was a good pickup for them, cornerback out of Alabama. I mean, yeah, they definitely drafted to improve, and I mean, we're gonna see how it does. One of the best O lines last year. I think they're gonna definitely carry that into this season.
Yeah.
But protecting Goff's gonna be the biggest thing for him all year long. And I saw Hendon Hooker. He looked like he played pretty well for the Lions. So I mean, might have a future starter there with development.
Yeah,
that's how it is.
Then we have the Bears, 9th seed, not making the playoffs, but going 8-9, 3-3. Still an improvement from last season, but the Bears are still the Bears. Caleb Williams will be good. He had a good preseason game today.
Yeah, that's true.
Really good highlights, actually.
I agree. That the one thing that worries me is that offensive line. That offensive line, I think, is going to be a problem for them all season until they get it worked out, because Caleb Williams can only make so many plays on the run where he's going to take one bad hit, 2 bad hits.
Right.
I think it's going to be tough for them. I think their defense improved.
If a fingernail falls off, he's got to look for it in the field.
Is that my nail? My nail.
Yeah, he just goes blind looking for it.
It's like
just all sorts of problems.
It's like Velma from Scooby-Doo type shit. No, we're not. No.
I need sugar. My blood sugar's getting low too.
My blood sugar's getting low.
Has anyone found my nail? Anyways, enough hate on Caleb.
Yes. Yeah. So we think
they're going to be better than last year.
Yeah, I agree. The Bears will be better than last year. I think they have a promising future going forward if they can just keep everyone healthy, keep the guys happy, and play good football. And that's what it's going to come down to.
Yeah.
So,
And then last, we have the Vikings going 4-13. This one might hurt for you guys.
Guess what's getting broken
Oh,
out here?
no.
Guess what's broken out here? Minnesota. Guess what?
Minnesota.
This is going to be a rough year. Sam Darnold, J.J. McCarthy? Come on. Let's do better than this. We got to do better than this. I know you have Kevin O'Connell, McCormick. I don't care what the heck his last name is. But
Too many mix.
Too many Connells.
I bet they got a McDonald's in there.
I bet they have 14 Kevins on the staff. Maybe 15. I don't know. But it doesn't matter because
I'm
you
taking
guys
the over at 14.5.
14.5. Please let us know down in the comments. if you
Kevin's
take over
14.5 at Minnesota Vikings
coaching staff
in the facility.
and players.
Just anything.
Yeah, anything there.
Someone do the research for us.
Yep.
We'll figure it out later. But
Yep. Drop.
how many Kevins work for the Minnesota Vikings? Just facility players, anything. I'm taking the over at 14.5.
I'll fade it for under 14.5. I bet there's maybe 13, 12 or 13. I think it's going to be close. The line's going to be close. But other than that, good luck this year. You might be in contention for top 5 pick. So I would imagine. I would probably bet on it.
We have you guys at a 4th round pick. So
the 4th overall pick. Can you believe that? Hey.
now 4-13 might sound harsh. Maybe you guys get one more win. But that's just because of Justin Jefferson. I think he will make whoever's quarterback look good.
I agree.
No matter what, I think the story at the end of the year will be whoever's the quarterback for the Vikings, they're gonna have a better year. If it's Sam Darnold, they're gonna say, "Wow, is Sam Darnold back? Is this a good year for him?" If they do decent offensively, bad record doesn't matter. Justin Jefferson's gonna make them look good. J.J. McCarthy, if he does really good, I really think it's just gonna be because of Justin Jefferson.
Right.
Take him away, they're gonna look like the quarterbacks they're meant to be.
And I think with the addition of Aaron Jones, I think that really does help their running back room. I mean, they haven't had a good running back room since prime Dalvin Cook. So seeing it now, it's nice to see Aaron Jones.
That dude is like 42. Have you seen his hairline?
I mean, it is pushed back. It is pushed back.
Sorry, Aaron, but
I mean, LeBron can make a comeback with this hairline at some point. Then
that's LeBron though.
Yeah, let's be real. There's no way to recover that. You're gone, Aaron. All right, you're 29. You're on the back end of your career. You probably already spent your money on other things.
This is the same thing as Dalvin Cook going to the Jets.
Yeah, 100%.
In my opinion. Calling it.
Yep. Could be riddled with injury. Could be riddled with getting tackled in the backfield a lot of times because that O-line is not a Green Bay Packers O-line, but it's still a decent O-line. I won't, discredit it, but all right.
And by the way, they go 0-6 in the division. Brutal. And 14th seed, that doesn't matter me saying that, but just had to put the last nail on the
gotta hit the hammer.
Moving on to the NFC West, starting with your favorite, the 49ers.
Man, is this a team that every Packers fan hates to talk about? And it's good to see a little drama come out of there with the whole Ayuk situation. It's like, okay, we don't have to worry about it this year, but you guys do. And you know what? I'll even be nice for you guys. I think the 49ers will not really miss a beat here. They'll continue to be a train. So I'm not giving them much prop here because I don't want to. And I know that sounds biased, but they can fuck off. So that's to be fair.
I don't know. I mean, I think they're going to be good, but I think busting out that train poster was a little much. They're not going to be as good as they were last year.
We're thinking a big collapse after the Super Bowl?
Not big collapse, but not going to be the same. I mean, they lost some people. Brandon Ayuk does not want to be there. Deebo Samuel will get hurt just by tripping on a curb.
Well, I think we have a
their
reason.
Schedule. It's a bit tough.
I think we have a reason to debate here because I think for sure that the Niners will at least have 12 to 13 wins on the season.
Definitely not 13.
Looks like
12 is a little much.
we're moving on to second in the division place here.
Bit of a surprise.
Very surprised here from
This is
everybody. This is
a
very,
bold
very
call.
surprise. We got the number 7 seed coming in the playoffs. The Arizona Cardinals coming in at 9, 8, 9, and 8, 9.
8-9.
Oh my
It's
god!
that terrible NFC division. There's
Can you
always
believe
that
it?
one team every year from the NFC where you're like, why are you guys here? I mean, the Commanders were there a couple years ago. The Buccaneers were there last year. I think they went 9-8 though.
Yeah, I mean this.
Well, no, they were there the year before with Tom Brady when they went
Yep.
like 7-8-1 or some disgusting tie. I
Nope.
don't even remember.
Nobody expected the Bucks to carry on after Brady, and that was a shock really to see them in the playoffs last year. But
Yeah,
other than that, with the Cardinals coming in, we got Kyler Murray, and Desmond Ritter comes in from the trade with Rondale Moore. Unfortunately, Rondale Moore. That's unfortunate news to hear. But other than that, we got Marvin Harrison Jr. coming in as your first round pick out of Ohio State.
I'm calling the Jamar Chase effect here. I think he comes in and he really just changes this offense.
Lighten it up.
I think they really just light it up.
Do we think
the defense still won't be good? Keep in mind, but their schedule is pretty decently easy when you compare it to the Commanders, the Bears, the Buccaneers.
Exactly. Yeah.
They
have the easiest
They have
path.
a pretty good path.
Yeah.
I mean, they're a sneaky team in the playoffs. Even if they're not in the playoffs, they're a sneaky team. They're going to win those games where you're like,
yeah.
Well,
I think this team
look
goes
at
from
last year. They beat the Eagles.
Yeah.
They really kind of shut out their playoff hopes.
Yeah, that was some Josh
They kind of
Dobbs
put some
magic.
things together at the end of that season.
Yeah, and they really did. They really did, and it looked promising. And I think one wide receiver away from taking them over the top on offense. Do we think Marvin Harrison Jr.? Do we think he clears 1,010 easy?
Yeah.
1,000. Okay.
Yeah.
Does he get?
I think Kyler has a good year. Because you got to think there's Trey McBride there, Greg Dortch.
Yep.
They really came through last season.
Michael Wilson as well. Yeah, they have a good little group there. I mean, this could be a sneaky team. This could really be a sneaky team.
Yeah.
And that's why we have them coming at the 7th seed.
Yeah.
So just
going
barely
3-3 in the division, though. But
yeah.
Following them, we have the Rams with the 10th seed going 7-10 at 3-3.
Just barely missing out on the playoffs here. But an Aaron Donald-less Rams just is not a recipe for, I think, a playoff football team. And the age of Stafford, the age,
I think that's what it's going to be. Is that his age is really going to come through this year.
Is availability. Just like same thing with kind of Cooper Kupp now. It's age and availability. I mean, they got Puka coming back for a second year. Great rookie season last year. Well deserved.
They got some picks though at the D line to try to replace Aaron Donald.
Yeah,
Jared Versay.
Yep, beautiful edge prospect out of Florida State, and then you had also let's see, I believe they doubled up on the Florida State product. Got Brandon Fisk, the fastest defensive tackle in the draft this season. So
yeah, they're trying to replace that hole. They know it's not just one hole to fill. That's 3 holes they got to fill with Aaron Donald.
Yeah,
I mean, let's be real.
It's gonna be tough. Kobe Turner, I think he's gonna be really good for him this year. I mean, he was kind of in the running there for the defensive rookie of the year earlier mid-season, and got a rookie card that's signed from him as well. So, hope good things from him. So
yeah. Moving on from the Rams.
Yep.
Let's go with the Seahawks. They're 6-11 on the season.
This is
12th seed going 2-4 in the division.
This is what a bust season from as a Seahawks fan. You're probably sitting back and probably getting really angry with this right now. But let's be real. This division, I think, could be pretty competitive this year.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be really tough to win division games. Even with Seattle, I don't think their schedule doesn't necessarily set them up for the best success.
And they don't even really sound too confident in Geno.
No, I think they're expecting him out the door soon. I think they're going to be looking for a replacement.
And Sam Howell hasn't looked too good, so
that's a project.
Their wide receivers are the only thing that's like that looks good.
Yeah,
but then
past that,
Other than that,
I like
nothing really.
Devon Witherspoon at corner. I like Tariq Woolen. I think they have some good pieces. Trying to kind of bring back that LOB, that Legion of Boom.
I
But
mean, hey, they had some good pieces last year, and they were basically last in secondary
yeah,
in yards allowed.
yeah.
And then they lost some guys. So
And Pete Carroll gone as well, bringing in
yeah,
the Washington kind of staff and everything from a really good college season there. So we'll see how it translates. We'll see what it does.
yeah. All right, moving on. We've got the NFC East, starting with the Eagles, the 3 seed, going 12-5 and 4-2 in the division.
That's it's really tough seeing third seed in the playoffs as 12-5. That just shows. I think it's not going to be a. There's not going to be one team in the NFC that I think is just above all the rest with the record. This is going to
Not
be
like the
it's
Chiefs.
going to be a very competitive NFC. I think this year. I think you're going to see a lot of records, especially at the top of their division, really work themselves out, and it's going to come down to a lot of tiebreaker situations at the
Yeah,
end of the year.
yeah. That's one thing we struggled with is week 18, picking those teams, choosing. Okay, if they win this, they get the playoffs.
Yeah.
If they win this, and this team wins this, it's playoffs. I mean, just that's the best about week 18 is all the playoff implications.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, we were running through like week 3, week 7, week 12, no problem. But once it got to that week 18, that was a 15-20 minute
Yeah,
conversation.
there was lots of we'll go back to this one.
Yeah.
And then we ended up right back to where we said we'll go back to this one because we just kept saying that.
It's like whenever you're taking a test and it says like go ahead and you can skip this question for now, and then by the end of it you've skipped like 7 questions and only answered 3, so you're just skipping and repeating yourself right back through.
Then
it
you
again.
just put C
Yeah.
throughout because C when in doubt, see it out.
Hey,
Everyone knows that. Come on now.
shout out C.
Shout out C. I actually know someone named C. So
Oh really?
shout out C. Anyways.
A lot of people named just right after letters. Shout out people named after letters.
Shout out people named after letters.
Letters. Shout out letters.
Shout out letters.
Let's get a good
shout out the letters making the alphabet.
We should, yeah. You know what? Shout out, numbers too while we're at it. I mean, without this, this jersey wouldn't look cool if there was no numbers on it.
Can you imagine if it never was numbers? Like, what if in an alternate universe it's initials or something?
That would be wild. What if it was just their face? It's a headshot of them.
That would be actually kind of cool. Like Justin Jefferson, you see JJ across. Well, I guess JJ McCarthy. I guess he would be demoted to JM
or JJ.
Yeah, we'll go with JJ.
All right.
Anyways, alternate universe, initials on the jersey. Let's
possible.
Can we choose to put an initial instead of a number? That would be sick.
I mean, we live in a world where you can go to Colorado and have your Instagram or X or whatever media handle. They have them all in the back of their jerseys right now.
That's true. NBA, you can.
Yeah.
That one COVID year, there was a tagline they could choose on the jersey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do.
I can't remember really any of them. I don't really watch NBA. I just remember they got to choose their own.
I do remember that
saying on the jersey. Yeah. That'd be cool too.
That would be cool. Maybe we'll get
a little over the top, a little non-NFL-esque, but either way, that'd be crazy.
I agree. I think it'd be a cool little change. All right.
Anyways, back from the yapping session. Eagles. They got an offensive and defensive coordinator. Nick Sirianni's supposed to work well more with Jalen Hurts, and
lost out on DeAndre Swift, but brought in a great running back with Saquon Barkley. The question is, can they keep him healthy all season long?
I think he stays healthy.
And I think that O-line is 10 times, 20 times better than the Giants. So
yeah,
I think it's a good.
They stay healthy if they don't run him to the ground.
Exactly, and I think
really all it is. Just don't run the man to the ground. But the Eagles are known for their depth at running back. They still got Boston Scott. Right?
Yeah,
they still got
Kenneth Gainwell.
Yep. And those guys they're good. There's going to be that one game in the season where Boston Scott's going to go off.
Giants probably.
Kenneth Gainwell's going to go off.
You think it's going to be a Saquon game against the Giants, but really it's going to be Boston Scott or Kenneth Gainwell. Some stupid.
And then Thanksgiving will be a running back you've never even heard of before.
This will be a free agent pickup that week.
Yeah,
Practice
that's how
squad.
it works in the NFC East in divisional games.
Yeah.
Also a hint in fantasy, just in the NFC East when they're playing each other, I would not start them. It's always defensive games. It's always some random player doing way better.
Yeah.
Unless CeeDee Lamb. But
Yeah.
other than that, stay away.
Yeah, definitely
But
for sure. I mean, other than that,
speaking of CeeDee Lamb, though,
uh,
got the Cowboys going 10-7, making the playoffs. Though, calm down, Cowboys fans. Chill out. All right.
sorry.
A lot of people don't even think you're gonna make the playoffs. What the?
Quick Eagles address. That's it. I don't care to give you more than that. So thank
Just
you.
a quick hoot.
Hoot.
Quick hoot.
Yep.
Anyways, back to the Cowboys. 5-1 in the division though.
You know,
That's really what got them there. But yeah, 10-7 on the season. Lots of people are angry at the Cowboys right now. It's actually looking worse the more I bet when this video is published, we're gonna be like maybe 9-8 is the way to go, considering just how angry everyone is right
Yeah.
now. And then being in the NFC East, having no running game,
it's
definitely a downgrade from last year. But the Cowboys were still a wagon up until playing you guys.
I mean, isn't it funny that they went from Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard to getting rid of Ezekiel Elliott to realizing they didn't want Tony Pollard to going back to Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah.
Now. And that defense,
And all along, they complemented each other. That's all it was.
and that's what it always should have been. I don't know why Jerry needs to get out of his ways, and I think this could be the season. They go 10-7, they barely sneak in, and probably 6th seed. I think we have them, and that's going to be a one and done situation. This is a wild card and loss situation.
10-7 is honestly really good.
We're kind of giving you the benefit of the doubt.
Realistically what you guys should shoot for.
Even 8-9 maybe. Could get bad.
That could get
if you don't pay
detrimental.
CD, you know.
Yeah, if CD's not there, then it's definitely 8-9.
Yeah.
7-10 type season. But
and as a Packers fan,
enough of the Cowboys. That's
Mike McCarthy. We'll
people
see you
already
later.
talk about them enough. Let's talk about a team that no one talks about. The Commanders.
The Commies.
The Commies.
We love the Commies. Well, hold on. Let's pause for a second.
Yeah.
We love the Commanders this season because of the fact that we think Jaden Daniels could be Rookie of the Year.
Yes, he's 550 via Breeze Kings. Put your money down on it, even though the value is actually terrible.
We were expecting somewhere around the lines of plus 800, plus 900,
But either way.
You could find some value maybe week 1 or week 2 maybe if Caleb Williams kind of shows a little bit of promise, and then later in the season it might fizzle out.
Yeah.
I think
give it a couple weeks, see where it's at, because I really think it's going to be between Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, and Marvin Harrison Jr.
I think that's a good.
I think
that's a
it's
solid
just the three of them, and it's tough for a wide receiver to win that over Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels. So
it's gonna be tough.
Put a little bit of money on it, a little bit of cheddar. Just grate a little bit of that cheese and put it on Breeze Kings. Come on now.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Breeze Kings. Breeze Kings. Now, we have you guys going 6-11, 2-4 in the division.
We think this could be even a little better than even what it says.
This one was tough to do.
This could be a 7-10 or an 8-9 team. This team could even be 9-8 and sneak into the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw an RG3-led Redskins team go into the playoffs that year with a rookie at the helm. Why couldn't they do it again?
The only thing, schedule, quarterback play.
And that's what determined us to get us to their 6-11 record.
Yeah.
So
we think Jaden Daniels is going to be good, but we got to consider the fact that if he's not, Commanders won't. They won't.
And I think he's a little
Their
small.
Defense will carry them nothing.
He's a little smaller of a quarterback, and there's nothing to that. But I think injury-wise, we as a Washington staff fan, whatever you are to the Washington Commanders, you want him to stay healthy all season long. This does not need to be Anthony Richardson or an RG3 situation. So let's just focus on the franchise, because this could be your franchise for 15 years. So that's a lot for the Commanders that I spelled out because I want them to be good. But
And that's the time that the Commanders shall only deserve on any sort of TV. Anyways, moving on, we have the Giants. Might as well put that skunk head hat on now. I cannot talk right now.
this skunk hat's coming on. And you know why? Because the Giants.
Stinky alert.
The Giants suck.
You guys are going to be so bad. Malik Neighbors is going to be the only highlight of your season.
I don't even know the running back there. Is it Devin Singletary? Is that even right? I don't care. You guys are going to suck. You guys could go actually 0-17. 0-18 because you might have a bye week that you lose too.
That's
do
wild.
not care. You will be the worst team.
They
this
got a
year,
good
I
market.
think.
They don't really lose a bye week.
Yeah,
But-
I'll give them the Big Apple. I'll give them the good
Yeah.
market value.
Yeah,
for
you
that
guys got
bye
the Big
week.
Apple benefit.
You're only going to win probably by 3 to the bye week too. So that's not saying
The
much.
Bab.
The Bab.
The Big Apple benefit. Welcome to New York.
Other than that, you really try to bolster up the defense. Congratulations, you brought Brian Burns in. Every other position sucks though, so I don't get the move. You guys are gonna
I don't
suck.
really get any of the moves. I think we should just move on.
Yeah, and I think we will.
I think you just take it off. You guys, just disgusting. Anyways, NFC South. It's going to be the NFC South where there's going to be like a 5-11 team that makes the division.
it's gonna be a
Just kidding.
disgusting year, I
Um,
think, of football in this division. But
Every year, man.
Every
Welcome
year.
to the NFC South. Having the Falcons with the 4th seed at 9-8 and 3-3 makes me just
it sounds
consider
so,
a lot of life choices.
It sounds so right though. For some reason, it sounds correct in every aspect that they barely sneak into the play. Well, regardless, they're gonna, they won that division, so they're gonna be in the playoffs, which I think at some point that needs to be addressed because we cannot be having 6-10 teams, 6-11 teams get into the playoffs.
Can't have it.
It's not.
No.
It's not cool. It's not fun to watch, even
They
though
need to do something to where that's not happening.
100%. We NFL. Let's figure it out. Let's
Figure it out. Come on.
It's terrible. Other than that, I mean, this Falcons-led team, I think they're going to be a lot more productive on offense. If that defense, is as good as it was last year and even better, I think this team could win a playoff game. I think Atlanta could win a playoff game this year. Do I think so?
Depends who the quarterback is. Because I
Yeah.
don't even think they know who it is going to be.
No. I mean, with the fact that you brought in somebody who is that old and Achilles tear with, Kirk Cousins, it's going to be tough to, and I get the move to get Michael Penix Jr. is because they were
Yeah.
really upset about the fact of what if he went down week 2, week 3, and then all this money is gone. We don't have a quarterback. The season's over. Now you have a reason for, hopefully a successful rest of the
Yeah,
season.
they
with
don't
Michael
want to be the
Penix.
Jets of last year.
No.
There's
no.
nothing wrong with getting a decent backup quarterback. Yeah, his age is a little up there. But I don't think that matters
I think
right now.
I think Michael Penix Jr.
He'll play
eventually
10 more years if he wants to.
I think he'll be a good quarterback in the future.
I think so, too.
I think he's going to stick around in Atlanta for a while.
I have a bold call. I think Michael Penix Jr. will start this playoff game.
Oh my goodness!
It doesn't matter how it is.
You know what?
Bad play from Kirk Cousins, injury during the playoff game. I guess he wouldn't start for it, but I just see Michael Penix in a playoff game.
I think that is something I can get behind as well. I could see definitely Kirk getting hurt later in the stretch in the year, and this becomes like a Nick Foles, Carson Wentz situation. But let's not get crazy and talk about Super Bowl.
We are on the Falcons.
Super Bowl.
28-3.
In the arms of an angel.
Can't copyright that if we sing it.
Damn right. And that
Take that, government people.
Hate you.
I thought you were flipping the bird.
I was gonna go there, but
that was about to get dangerous for you.
It was. we would have heard our door bust down probably immediately if I did
The
that.
YouTube feds would have been like, "You're done."
They're probably watching this, and it's not even a live stream. This is a video on YouTube, and they're probably watching it via live stream through the phone.
Yeah, just
I have to stop talking because this could be bad. Moving on. That's enough of the Falcons. Let's go ahead and move on to the Buccaneers.
check the vents. Anyways,
Sus.
yeah, let's go on to the Buccaneers. You said that so excitingly.
Because
Anyways.
this team, I think, is coming off of a really shocking season last year with Baker Mayfield at the helm, especially getting paid. Shout out Baker Mayfield getting paid.
Hey.
All right.
Big money Baker.
I've wanted him to work out since
BBB, bringing back the Big Baller brand, but it's Big Baller Baker. Bring it back.
the Triple B. I love it. I love it.
That's
Let's
what
do
we
it.
need. We need, what's his name? LeVar Ball and Baker Mayfield.
Where's the collab?
Where's the collab?
We need a collab.
We need a sextuplet of bees.
Baker's balling with the bros.
I want all the bees there.
There's a lot of marketing items here, Baker. You should honestly contact us for more ideas. But other than that, thank you.
We'll do the marketing for you because we're bench time. We're the ones sitting back here watching all the starters, watching ESPN cook.
You can learn the playbook.
Watching Pat McAfee cook. Shout out, Pat. Watching all these guys cook. But the bench has a good amount of power as well.
Yes.
I mean, we have a responsibility in this, and this is our job, is to make sure that Baker Mayfield and LeVar Ball get together for a collab. Thank you. Moving on.
Yeah, that was enough of the Buccaneers. I mean, we didn't talk about your season.
Lots of bees
just,
going on
Just
there.
know you're missing on the playoffs.
Yeah, I didn't even talk about your season.
You were the first seed in your division last year, and that means that you have to play a lot of tough teams, and you got worse, I think. So,
yep.
Love Graham Barton pick out of Duke offensive line. That was
Duke Nukem.
I actually wanted him over Jordan Morgan, offensive line wise, but that was about it. So,
all right, and then moving on. Womp womp womp. Saints.
An upgrade from last season, mind you. 6-11.
3-14. 2-4 in the division, though. I mean,
the Panthers?
Ladies and gentlemen,
we have
a misread.
Let us actually
a misread. Yeah, I can't believe I've just jumped over the Panthers like that. Sorry, Panthers.
That's probably how the season's gonna go, though. Honestly, Panthers fans, let's be real.
It's we talked about it a little bit.
I think we gave them
6-11, 4-2 in the division. That's a solid division.
The
record.
fact they went 4-2 in the division's wild to me, but
that's how the AFC South is, though. No one knows how to play each other there. They just kind of
Do we think do we give them the benefit of the doubt here, going 6-11? I feel like we could see even a little bit worse of a Panthers team.
Yeah,
this could be a 4-13 or maybe a 5-12 team. But
5-12 is solid.
I think so.
Solid, I think. But
other than that, you have a lot to look for.
Don't know what the line is. We'll see that for next episode, maybe.
Xavier Legette coming in from South Carolina. Love the accent that he's got. Man, that is thick. Amazing. It is a thick Southern accent. That's a Southern boy right there. You know it. You know it. Just coming from
They've
awesome.
got themselves a dog.
And you know that's good. He kept him in Carolina because he went to South Carolina, so he stays in Carolina. So
I think he's happy there too.
I think so too.
That's where it all starts.
Bojangles, baby.
You got happy players. You got happy teams. It's like, what's that saying? Happy wife, happy life.
Yes.
It's football. It all goes around.
Yes. Keep your wife happy. Or don't have one. So, moving on here. Probably the worst team also in contention with the Giants this year, we think, is the Saints, coming in at 3-14. And it calls for the skunk hat because this team
could easily not win a game. This team is going to be bad.
Saints fans,
this guy's got to get prepped.
You have Derek Carr again for this season. You have Dennis Allen again for this season. There's no.
And we all know you guys hate Dennis Allen.
There's no hope this season.
That man is an NPC.
There's not enough words that I can say to show how disappointed this team's going to be.
Yeah.
This year, it's going to be
Have
a very
fun with all the people you've paid nothing to, basically.
The brightest thing about this team is knowing that you'll have a new head coach next year, and Spencer Rattler might be your quarterback. Other than that,
And you have the first overall pick to
Yeah.
the Saints.
yeah. Hey,
Has that even happened to them before?
man, that's why we're on the bench, isn't it? Because we wouldn't know that, but we like to
Hey, let's be
ponder it.
real. If ESPN doesn't know that either right now, someone's got to look it up.
I believe the Saints traded up to get Ricky Williams in the draft, and
Wait, what about the whole Philip Rivers situation and Eli Manning?
Saints were not involved on that, I
Oh,
Because-
yeah, that's right. Because then
believe. Yeah,
that was a year later. Back it up.
Drew Brees was a Charger at one point. Everyone forgets that, which is just crazy. I mean,
Once he left, that's when the Saints' downfall started. We all know this.
yeah. And to end it there with the Saints, God, it's gonna be a bad season, guys. Like,
When I see you guys on prime time, I already know either you're winning 9-3 or losing 3-10. There's no in between. Just
taking the under.
take the under every time the Saints play. In prime time. In
Prime time for sure, definitely.
Because you know that defense will show up. But other than that, nothing.
Nothing. Well,
That about wraps it up for the NFC side.
that would do it. This is gonna be a fun season, and we are ready to kick back, watch it, and I'm just excited for this season.
Yeah,
I
me too,
cannot
man.
wait.
I'm
Super
ready
Bowl
to get this training camp, this preseason over
just
with.
get it out of the way already. That's what get this off my head. That's what I'm saying.
Get it out of here.
You know what? I can't wait. Because I'm ready. This season cannot come any sooner. And it's going to be a
Three-peat.
great season. Love it.
Three-peat.
Super Bowl champion Green Bay Packers this year. Every 14 years we won a Super Bowl. Check it. It checks the facts. Brett Favre won his Super Bowl in New Orleans, the Superdome, where the Super Bowl this year is played. Everything checks out.
It's too much yapping right now.
Packers Super Bowl. If you put money on it, you will win money.
Well, anyone's going to win money if they put a team on a Super Bowl right now.
It's free real estate. And other than
All
that,
right, that concludes it. Let us know if we cooked, if we simmered, if we preheated. I mean,
let me know if we were a little biased, because I definitely know that's going to be coming. But hey,
it's what happens
fuck
when
off.
you got these colors on.
Don't care.
Yeah.
Don't care.
Sorry about it.
Because this is the bench, and this is what we do. So if go ahead and check out the AFC.
See ya!